Welcome back to the scene with your boy Rebel. Your boy Rebel is now officially back on the scene. I want to say thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Like I say, man, we growing, we getting there. And today I'm bringing y'all a one road to 175 in-game build for my boy Thor Odinson, aka the Mighty Thor, aka the God of Thunder, aka the Rune King Thor build. This is the build that I've been working on behind the scenes. Want to give a big shout out to everybody I played with to help me get here. That goes all the way back to my brother. Shout out to my brother Big Blake. Well, big little Blake. He's my little brother. But shout out to my boy, my brother Blake, man. Congratulations on everything you got going on in your life, man. I definitely want to say congratulations. He was the first one to get me to the level I understood how to use Thor. After he played with my gear for a little bit with Thor, I had think heroic level of like 9,000. It was like 9,000. I thought I was doing something, bro. Then I got to 150, and then I got to, I think my heroic level was at 14,000. Yeah, it was like 14,000. Thought I was doing something then. And when the power cap went up, I was like, what in the world? I done played with this power cap. I don't play with Thor enough to know his ins and outs, his strong points, his weak points. So if y'all got a minute, just take a second, sit right back. I'm just playing. Let me stop. I want to get copyrighted. But y'all enjoy this build video I have for my boy Thor, and we're gonna go ahead and get off into it. Today I'm rocking the nameplate Thor 064 with the Marvel Studios Thor outfit, as well as the lightning rod emote. My starting stats, my melee rating for Thor is at 3515. That includes might, valor, and proficiency. My defense is at 1759. That includes resilience and resolve. My range rating is at 3302. Precision, valor, and proficiency. And my heroic rating is at 28,315. That includes resilience, valor, and intensity. For those who don't know, when you're building a build, anytime you get gear pieces that have these stats on there, might, valor, and proficiency, just know it goes towards your melee rating. Defense, of course, is resilience and resolve. Your range, if you get gear pieces with precision, valor, and proficiency, those will increase based on it going towards your range. And of course, your heroic, intensity, resilience, and valor. Be advised that for some reason, might and heroic scale good with Thor. I've tested it out. I've done the work. I've looked at it 500 million times. So trust me, it's amazing how they got that wrong. We're going to get off into the gear though. So, as you can see, I have the gauntlets of Asgard Scion. Now, I know y'all saying, dude, this is not a different build. You've been using this piece last 4 or 5 builds. It's a reason why I'm using this particular gear piece, and it's for the effect, the element, basically, cosmic. And you'll see why later on. Now, what I do have in store, I do have the Mega Van Braces. I could use this one, which will give me the last perk of the Heavyweight Cosmic Surge. Chance a heavy combo finisher grants the Cosmic Surge buff, dealing damage while the buff is active. Restores a small amount of willpower and heroic energy. And this one right here, now for those who don't know, I call this my hot plate. The reason why I call it my hot plate because I keep gear that I may need for certain missions. I have a base mission build for all missions, but in case I have to switch it up, I'm getting to the point where I'm keeping gear on my hot plate for a reason and stuff things that I want to upgrade. So this piece right here, the Mega Van Braces, has precision, proficiency, and resolve. Takes away from my might, which is fine of what I want to do. But basically, pay attention to that middle part, the Cryo Apex. Signature attacks inflict cryo damage that build up cryo status meter. As well as the first one, Lightweight Pulse. 48.8% chance a light combo finisher triggers an explosion that increases the stun meter. This is a perfect piece for using on Claw and using on enemies to increase that stun meter. But I've tested this piece out, and it actually works to where you swinging that hammer, and at the end of that combo, the stun meter does go up a little bit more. Cryo is good for stun as well because it slows down your enemy. But the explosion part of it is great. Plus, it has the cosmic surge buff, so I'm definitely feeling that. The other gear pieces that I want to upgrade, I want to use Sonic at some point. I definitely want it for the perks. For those who's building your builds, current and new players, Perks and hero stats, they are important separately and together. If you get a good gear piece that has good hero stats and good perks, keep it no matter what. Never get rid of it. Just keep it just in case. You never know when you're going to need it. Trust me, it's amazing. Like for instance, Auto Force Breaker has 12% increased damage while Auto Force is active. I get Intrinsic Burst with melee critical attacks. Now the signature attack inflicts sonic damage that builds up sonic status meter. If I was to upgrade this piece, to get higher stats, that those negative red numbers you see under might, range, defense, and heroic, they would go down or disappear or turn green. But basically, that's how you will upgrade your gear. For those who don't know how to upgrade gear, you basically would go choose the gear you want to use to sacrifice for it. See how it goes down to 7% for melee and 2% for heroic and 2% for range. It increases stats to 70, 70, 70. And it's still a 3-star piece. Also pay attention to that. No matter what, it's going to stay 3 stars, not going to go up. And you're going to sacrifice upgrade modules and fragments. Like somebody asked me, why do we have fragments? This is why. You're going to need them in conjunction with your upgrade modules to upgrade gear. But I'm not going to use that because I love that piece right there. The cryo piece. Um, I can mix it up. The one thing about this build with the Rune King Thor build, when I have everything that I need, like I'm going to upgrade this one eventually. I want to use Vibranium on my melee signature attack and light combo attack. Those who don't know what signature attack is, your signature attack would be nope, not this one. This is a signature attack, the hammer spin. So as I'm attacking my enemy, sonic, vibranium, shock, gamma, whatever cat may be, cosmic, I'm going to apply that on the enemy. It's going to build up faster. So even if you don't have any intensity, which is a stun status meter build up, this right here, swinging it that fast and applying it that quick, it will go up. Now having the intensity, 45 to 60%, only going to make it even better. Make the meter go up, stay there longer, and you can apply battery damage. But this is considered a signature attack. This is a signature attack upgrade where you swing it back and forth. Then of course you have this one, another signature attack upgrade, and then you have the spin attack at the end, right there. So those are considered signature attacks. But on this piece right here, I have the 18% increased damage while Auto Force is active. Power attacks inflict cosmic damage that builds up the cosmic status meter, as well as signature attacks as well. Has proficiency, might, and resilience. So, I got some proficiency, got just enough, 80, 86. I got might because I need it, and I have some armor, which is at 89. The Discord Binding Elite. Now, this piece right here is a guide roll piece. Now, you see the stats. The stats are at 106 for might, 109 for valor. And it has the vibranium damage that has an active sonic status, spreads the vibranium status to nearby enemies. That's only if I have, an enemy with active sonic. So I'm trying to think because I could use the sonic piece, which is the melee piece. I can have my own battery effect. You can have your character make his own battery effect. I'll go in detail that with other characters or other builds, but Thor can do it as well. If I say it's easier, I can't say that for sure, but I know for a fact you can do it. And applying melee then your range is easier that way than trying to apply range then melee. Depending on how you build your Thor, you might take them out with your range before you even get to your melee. So this piece, I love it. Of course, the range power attacks and attacks performed on pin enemies deal vibranium damage. And then, of course, I have a 39.5% chance range critical attack will activate vibranium payload. This is wonderful because that's what you need on a range piece. I've seen range pieces that have melee critical attacks activated payload, but it's on a range piece, which is crazy. A lot of people say you don't have precision on here. Well, I'm not going for a precision build. There are precision build Thors. This Thor right here is a high balance quality Thor. So it's high balance quality. Or quality high balance, however you want to put it. My Thor is basically focused on valor, hero effectiveness, and valor. And what I have attributed to that, that's what it goes. My algorithm, if y'all don't, for those who don't know, I go first, second, third. What am I going to be focusing on more? Second, and then last. That's what my algorithm is. Mine is on heroics. Then it's going to be on might, of course, and like you see, it's in between. Well, not in between, but according to the numbers, it would be range and then defense. But they balance out. The gear pieces that I can switch out between, I have another gear piece, the Grips of the Storm, the Might and Valor 108, 103, with the Tachyon Surge. I love the Tachyon Surge. In case you don't have a damage buff, or you can't get a damage buff, or whatever the case may be, the Tachyon Surge does work, and it applies 50% uh, basically attack damage and status meter buildup while active. As you can see, it has the range critical attack. So that's how it works. I have another one, the Grips of the Storm, with a cryo, range power attacks, inflict cryo damage with another Tachyon Surge. Oh, I've been grinding. This one I'm just saving to upgrade probably this piece or this piece. I do like this one, the Pin Explosion Grip, Valor and Might. It's a plasma piece. I haven't seen plasma on Thor for a range, but it has a chance of pinning enemy trigger the damage explosion, and it has a intrinsic buff, which is great. I stay basically overcharged basically overcharged, and I do more damage when I'm overcharged. So I'm gonna upgrade that one eventually. And of course, I love this piece right here. It has a damage buff on it with a critical range attack. So I got some good pieces right here. Some old, some exotic, some epic, but I'm keeping it. We have the Discord Battle Plate Elite. Now, I'm not using this piece, and be advised, if you're building a build, sometimes you're using the gear piece for its perks, sometimes you're using it for the hero stats. I'm using this for the hero stats, not really caring about the perks whatsoever. You can take the time to read it, it's fine, but for the most part, I'm not caring about the perks. Now, it's funny because when I upgraded this, well, not I didn't upgrade, I got it like this. When I equipped this, all these other ones stats looked horrible, and they weren't like that before. So I'm figuring if I upgrade it, maybe they'll change a little bit. Hopefully they do. But as you can see, I have a lightning potentiator, plasma potentiator, cryo potentiator, and a cosmic potentiator. So these could add to, and it works best with Thor with potentiators from your defense piece, gear piece to your range. They work real good with that one. I've seen it with melee. That's if you're a melee or a might character, but they work good with these pieces right here. Well, these pieces right here work good with range when it comes down to potential. Adding that extra status damage to 20%. And of course, the Girdle of the Thunder. And I told y'all this from day one. I was never going to change this piece. And the reason why is the Asgard's Dominion increases all damage dealt while overcharged by 20%. Like I said, if I was to apply this piece right here, I would stay overcharged because my intrinsic meter would constantly be going up, and it's a 68.8% chance. So that's a high chance of my intrinsic meter staying overcharged. So I would constantly be doing the extra 20% on top of doing the extra 20% shock damage, and then on top of increase all amount of overcharge in energy gain from all attacks by 15%. And that's the Asgard's Fury. The other gear pieces I have, for those who like to use splash, I call it splash damage, but of course they call it the leak. You can if you want to. I'm not particularly faint. No, I'm not fond of it. If that's the case, I'm really not fond of the leak uh, status effects with Thor. I've tried it out. Trust me, I have tried it. And like this one, if you have a vibranium damage that has an active sonic, it spreads shot. That comes if I was to put the sonic on the melee and have the vibranium kept on the hammer. And then you have this one, increases the rate fill of vibranium status meter by 20%. That does not add extra damage. It just increases the status meter for vibranium and, by 20%, not damage. You're not looking for a vibranium amplifier. You're looking for, I think it's a vibranium breaker. That's what you're looking for. Um, so, and like this piece right here, wouldn't mind having that one, but like I said, it messes with my defense, and I don't want to mess with my defense any more than I have to. It took me a while to get my defense to where it's at. I have a triple stat valor piece, which is I've had this for the longest. I've kept it in my locker before Spider-Man got here, and I just decided to upgrade it, and I got 64, 64, 64. That's the max you can go on a triple piece. You're gonna get the 64, as you can see. All the other pieces I think I have one that has. There you go. The 200% increased damage from gear perks. I could use it. It'll make up in a sense. You would think it'll make up for the damage you dealt, but be advised that your hero or your heroic stats or your heroic status or basically your heroics, the actual percentage goes down dramatically. And this perk does not make up for that at all. Trust me, it doesn't. Had it had valor on there or might, maybe. But it doesn't make up for it. It just adds to the perks that you have on there, each perk. And no perk says that my heroics will be increased. It was just the damage that's dealt from that. This would be a good piece if I was to upgrade it even more. I'm actually thinking about doing it, really. Hmm. But not right now. I don't have the upgrade modules to waste. And of course, I have another yellow ISO 8. I have upgraded to 165. As you can see, I could not get that top one to 64. Don't know why. So I'm in the market looking for another yellow ISO like this one to get the 160. I mean to get the 64. Trust me, I've already tried it. Here, I'll show you. Boom. See? It doesn't go to 64. It doesn't do it. I don't know why it doesn't, but it just doesn't do it. So, and it could be because it's not. Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me see something. I think it has to be another triple. Nope. Still won't do it. See what I'm saying? I don't know. This game is weird. Okay. And of course, I'm rocking the Tachyon, the Tachyon, the Tactagon with Thor. Give me an extra 10% on Valor and Might. Has a 13.2% on both Rooted and Exploit, which is the status damage for all attacks and increased damage on enemies affected by any status damage. So far, my takedowns is better than Bifrost, and I have the Won't Strike Twice as well as the An Experiment and Static Charge. Skills, man, like I say, nothing has really changed with the skills. I added this one right here to revive my teammates when they go down, so I'm adding a little support. The Hell's Anger, which increases the critical damage by 25% and critical attack chance by 10% of anyone affected by War's Fury. So this section right here is made for my teammates. Brings y'all back to life and gives y'all, increases y'all attack damage and gives y'all more critical chance. I'm not going to change this one to Son of the Elder Gods. It's the God Blast Cheese. Y'all can look online for that one. I will not be giving that one away. Sorry, can't do it. But if you want to know, check out my boy Lejeune's page. Lejeune, go to his Twitch. Check out his Twitch, man, and check out, other forms of social media for Lejeune. But people have explained it. They can explain a little bit better. I just can't do it on my page. I'm not gonna be the one to break that one. Overcharge blast. God blast inflicts 1% increased damage when triggered while overcharged. So if I go overcharge and then do my God blast, I get 20% increased damage when it's triggered. Requires a divine chaos skill. So I mean, you can look around and see for that skill itself, but for the most part, it's active, it's on, so I'm using it. We have what's this? Okay, we have the Jotunheim's Tempest. Now this right here, the Bifrost, I think this is the Cryo. This one right here is real good on using on Claw. If you want to add status damage, I mean my bad, stun damage to Claw and do that one phase, basically you want to have this on here. It does damage and slows them down because it has Cryo. Most people use the God Blast cheese, which is, but anyway, use the God Blast to slow them down, and basically you hold it. You only got 3. This one right here holds a little bit longer and applies a little bit more damage. But for me, I have the Niflheim's Torment, which has that plasma at the end of it, that burning. And if I had that defense piece with the plasma potentiator on there, upgraded, I'll be using that to add more at the end of the Bifrost, add more damage and clear more enemies out. I've seen a lot of new players, a lot of still current players still have the Helfling's Favor, which is basically creates a healing aura. It's fine, it's cool if you want to heal your teammates. Trust me, I ain't gonna complain if you pull it out if I'm in a situation. But then you have the Odin's Blessing of the Realm, automatic activate Odin's Force overcharge when returning from the Bifrost. You automatically come back in the overcharge when you come back from, what I'm saying, the Bifrost. These skills right here, they pretty much have stayed the same. Like I say, increase all range attack damage by 15%. increase the melee stun damage if you want to be a melee, a might, or if you want to light and heavy attack boost the energy of all heroic ability meters by 1.5% for light attacks and 2.0% for heavy attacks. I stick with the increase all range attacks. Then we have the increase the damage from unarmed attacks by 15%. So basically, the unarmed attack can be the God Blast, and that's basically what it is. And increase that by 15%. So there's more damage on top of there. Some people do to increase the critical attack damage when juggling enemies in the air. So we have the God Blast and then the Cryo. It increases that damage by 15% while they're in the Cryo Tornado. And then you have to increase the damage from combo finishes by 25%. That's literally if you, like I say, mainly melee, that will help you out dramatically. You have the heroic takedown for your Yorb. Shout out to my boy Doom Killer. Yo, check out my boy Doom. Yo, my man's back on the live stream. He just did a live stream with the Doom's back with the Iron Man picture. Well, my bad. The Iron Man, what's it called? See what happened when you don't sleep? Basically, go to Doom Killer HD page. Check it out. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? It's the page picture. It's the video with Iron Man on it. You'll see it. It says Doom's back. Just watch it. But yeah, I get an orb for that. I'm gonna need them Yorbs back. Critical throw. For those who don't know, I will ask this question as well. If you want to maximize and use Thor's lightning and increase the damage, critical damage on Thor's hammer spin, you want to hold it down till it's completely yellow. Have your enemy highlighted red in the center. Once you release your hammer, time it just perfectly. When you activate Odin Force and the hammer itself, what well basically the hammer and the lightning connect at the same time when you time it right. It does 20% increased critical damage and requires the tornado throw to be unlocked. So players 150 and below, if you don't have all your skills unlocked, you're gonna run into this problem if you want to use this skill. But that's how you do it. High velocity, increase the hammer throw to recall speed by 15%. Increase the chance the hammer will inflict critical attacks on return flight by 35%. And of course, you got your guard breaker. This one still breaks guards, so don't get it twisted. It still breaks guards. Charge flight. Basically, I'm charging up, and then when I land, it spreads any effect that I have in my hammer, which currently I think is cosmic. So if I had plasma or spread plasma, it just depends. Y'all check out my Phoenix King Thor build. I think I did that a couple of times. It's a quick build. I didn't break it down. The Ionic Bolts basically just spreads lightning as I'm fighting. Basically by holding down R2 if you're a PlayStation user, or your back button on any console you have. PC, I'm not sure how y'all do it, but holding down R2 while you're attacking, it just spreads that lightning around the whole field. Everybody catching some. You have the maximum force, intrinsic specialization, increase the maximum amount of intrinsic Odin force by 15%. The surging force, increase the automatic regeneration speed of intrinsic Odin force by 12%. You have the lightning field. When overcharged, surrounding enemies will be intermittently struck by lightning. So like I say, you activate Odin force, just all you do is activate it. Then you have your increases heroic energy regeneration. Odin force is overcharged by 10%. And last but not least, the damage force increases all damage by 15% when Odin force is overcharged. Little hint for those who are using Thor in the OLT. I played with a group thing last week. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I rage quit, and I normally don't do that. I normally don't back out, or I normally don't get agitated, whatever. I try to work with people, but I saw him throwing his hammer, just throwing it at each individual cage circle to unlock the Inhumans. For the umpteenth million time, and I've put videos out there. Go to my playlist. I have created playlists just for certain things: OLT, raids, news, regular missions, whatever the case may be. Check them out, y'all. Spread the word. Check them out. Send links to other people. If they don't know, send them the link. That's what information is there for, to share it. Don't be stingy, share it. I didn't get from 0 to 175 by not asking questions. You got to ask questions, but you also got to learn. You got to want to learn. If you want to play this game, you got to have communication. First of all, headset, just saying. Anyway, throw your hammer on top of the cage. If you have a teammate that opens or activates it to where they go yellow, just press R2 and keep it pushing. It's just one little quick R2. Odin Force is activated. Once you throw your hammer on top of it, the lightning comes down, opens it up. So And that goes for anybody. If you have a language barrier, hey, whatever the case may be, still throw hammer on top of cage, activate Odin Force, R2 for PlayStation, whatever the case may be, go from there. Shout out to my boy, I Drop Bomb. Yo, bro, we've been going back and forth. Shout out to my boy, Raytag. Shout out to my boy, Legacy. When it comes down to these Thor builds, man, we definitely been pushing the envelope with these Thor builds. I think me and Raytag got pretty much the same build when it comes to Thor. We've been pushing the envelope heavy, 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 and trying to get the perfect mixture with Thor. But I think we found it. I just named mine the Rune King Thor build because currently he's the strongest Thor in the strongest Thor version. Let me get that straight. But yeah, and champion level. As you can see, I have been working. I've been putting some work in, y'all. This is almost done. Almost done. I know Sadat. Y'all check out Sadat the gamer, man. He just put a build video out as well. Um, I think it was a Captain America. Don't quote me. I'm not sure, but he just put one out the other day. Check out Sadat the gamer. I'll leave a link in the description below. But he put a build video out. He was saying that all these don't work. I know the June put one out last year saying all these don't work. Then somebody said they was working. Then somebody said they don't work. Me, unfortunately, I probably would have been done in the areas I need to be done in, but I didn't do it. So check out Sadat. So I'm not gonna speak for him. Check out the video. Go to Sadat the Gamer. Do Rag Gang in the building. Go over there and check him out. And but for me, I'm just this is what I've accomplished so far. I've seen a difference after I've selected a certain few. I've seen a difference. So it has been. And for those who want to see, cause I know I ain't gonna hold y'all from it. These are the hero stats. Mike's 203. Precision is 180. Proficiency is at 86. Valor is at 674. Resolve is at 90. Resilience is at 179. No intensity, 17.3% for ultimate and assault heroic, and support heroic is at 26.5. Let me explain this to y'all. With the melee damage, that's strictly might. Precision is strictly range. So if you want to be a precision build Thor, you stack your precision up. You can be 300, 400, 500. I've seen 700 precision with Thor. I've seen 500, 600 with Thor with his might. But don't expect your diminishing return, which is basically what you're dishing out. You're not getting back. My Valor effectiveness is at 13,523. The Valor overall is at 640. 674. Ooh, that was wrong. I'm short myself. Critical damage is at 515%. So your hero effectiveness, be advised, this means your overall how effective. Come on, this is elementary, but for those who don't know, how overall your hero is effective. That's what that means. So having over 230, 240, or even 250 valor on any character is okay. It's perfectly fine. I know numbers, like I said, I got caught up on numbers too. Don't get me wrong, I did. I was like, I have 30,000 heroic. I'm 30, 31,000, 40,000 heroic. That's perfect. That's fine. But I've seen people with no resilience, no resolve, no precision, only might, some proficiency, little intensity. They're glass cannon build. If you want a glass cannon build where you're doing what you see on these videos out here, that's perfectly fine. I'm not taking away from that. I'm more of an illustration when it comes down to balance. I want a balanced build that I can take anywhere. If I go down, I go down. I'm not saying I'm a perfect gamer. I'm never say I'm a perfect gamer. Do I want to keep giving y'all nice quality videos and showcasing what the maximum it can do? Yes. Do I want to show y'all my mistakes and show you how I've fallen and I've fallen a lot. Trust me, it's been a lot I've fallen. Yes, I can show you that as well. So, but these build videos are gonna be a little different. I'm actually talk and walk through the end. We're gonna go through it, y'all. I'm gonna sit here and hang on with y'all, man. We're gonna get through it. My resolve is at 90. At one point, it was at 74. At one point, it was at 86. At one point, it was at 89. Now it's at 90. So my max power, my max willpower, which is health, is at 15,725. My resilience, which is my armor, is at 179, which is 38.4% armor. This right here to me is just fine. I'd rather have more armor than resolve at this point. I mean, I can take a couple of hits. The Rune King Thor got to take some hits, got to, but I'm able to dish it back out. With my might being at 203, my valor being at 674. It balances out perfectly. My precision's good, so when I throw my hammer, I'm still hitting you. Proficiency with Thor. I've been asked a lot of questions with Thor. Be advised, man. You don't have to have 300, 200 some precision with Thor. Because as you can see, it says critical chance and perk chance. So your critical chance with Thor in this proficiency right here, 86 is perfect. Because his basically his critical throw, his techniques, as well as his hammer are going to always hit an enemy in a critical area. That's what that means, for those who don't know. So, like Hawkeye, Kate, Black Widow, and Thor, they're always going to hit in critical areas. It's basically going to see yellow regardless of what you do. You're going to see some yellow. That's your critical number, your critical damage. Your base damage is what you see over here. These are your base damage. As you see at the top, it says the amount of base damage dealt based on gear, passive skills, and associated stats. So this is the base that you're going to do right here. These are the base that you're going to do. Base. Base. Check out my how-to guide videos when it comes down to how to build, what the hero stats for in the top right-hand corner and everything like that. But for the most part, like I say, this is my Rune King Thor, man. This is how I built them so far. Like I said, I got a couple gear pieces I want to upgrade. This one, I'll finish this one off. I'll finish that one off. I definitely want to finish this one. I'll find a better one, Attack Eon's Wrath with the plasma. It's definitely good, man. I loved it when I did the Phoenix King Thor build. The Vibranium, just for the Claw mission. Like I said, be advised with Claw missions or the raid. For those upcoming playing the raid, the new players, you're going to need Vibranium. Those enemies that are highlighted a little pinkish, they are Sonic based. You're going to need Vibranium. I also learned something new. I was using Black Widow against Claw, and I applied Plasma on her full auto. And Plasma, it's a stun. It's a stun burning effect. I was applying it on Claw, and the stun meter actually was going up quick. So Vibranium, Shock, and Plasma. For Claw, you good to go. For good stun status meter, you're real good to go. Anyway, I won't keep dragging on, man. We're going to go ahead and get to my boy Thor, man. We're going to show off this man's skills. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being on the scene with your boy Rebel. Your boy Rebel not fish off the scene. Now we're going to kick back, relax, and just enjoy some gameplay.